Hello children, let us understand conjugate, modulus and argument. First, conjugate. Suppose z is equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then conjugate of z is denoted by z bar, a small horizontal line over z, and it is equal to a minus ib. So z bar is equal to a minus ib. To get the conjugate of any complex number, we just need to change the sign in between real and imaginary parts. If it is plus, make it minus. If it is minus, make it plus. Suppose z is a complex number denoted by ordered pair a comma b. This is a and this is b. So z is equal to a plus ib. It is in first quadrant. Minus z is equal to minus a minus ib. Minus a minus b will be in third quadrant. Z bar is equal to a minus ib. We just need to change the sign in between. So plus a minus b. Plus a minus b will be in fourth quadrant. Minus z bar is equal to minus a plus ib. Minus a plus b will be in second quadrant. Now let us see properties of conjugate. First property, bar of z bar is equal to z. Suppose z is equal to a plus ib, so z bar is equal to a minus ib. We just need to change the sign in between real and imaginary parts. Bar of z bar is equal to a plus ib. Again we need to change this sign. A plus ib is equal to z. So bar of z bar is equal to z. Second property, z plus z bar is equal to 2 times real z. Suppose z is equal to a plus ib, so z bar is equal to a minus ib. When we add these two, plus ib and minus ib gets cancelled. A plus a is equal to 2a, and that is equal to 2 times of real z. So z plus z bar is equal to 2 times of real z. Third property, z minus z bar is equal to 2i imaginary z. When we do z minus z bar, it will be a plus ib minus a plus ib. Plus a and minus a gets cancelled. ib plus ib is equal to 2ib, and that is equal to 2i into imaginary z. So z minus z bar is equal to 2i imaginary z. Fourth property, if z is equal to z bar, implies that z is purely real, or if z is purely real, implies that z is equal to z bar. Let us see how. If z is equal to z bar, it means a plus ib is equal to a minus ib. A and a gets cancelled. ib is equal to minus ib. It is possible only when b is equal to 0. That is, imaginary part is 0, or z is purely real. Fifth property, if z plus z bar is equal to 0, implies that z is purely imaginary. If z plus z bar is equal to 0, that means a plus ib plus a minus ib is equal to 0. Plus ib and minus ib gets cancelled. A plus a is equal to 2a. So 2a is equal to 0 means a is equal to 0, or real part is 0. That means z is purely imaginary. Sixth property, z bar is equal to real of z square plus imaginary of z square. Suppose z is equal to a plus ib. So z bar is equal to a minus ib. Z bar is equal to a plus ib into a minus ib, which is equal to a square plus b square. That is real of z square plus imaginary of z square. Seventh property, z1 plus z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar. Suppose z1 is equal to a1 plus ib1 and z2 is equal to a2 plus ib2. So z1 bar is equal to a1 minus ib1 and z2 bar is equal to a2 minus ib2. z1 plus z2 whole bar is equal to a1 plus ib1 plus a2 plus ib2 whole bar. We can rearrange the terms to write it in standard form. So it will become a1 plus a2 plus I b1 plus b2. Now we can take conjugate of this complex number. We need to change the sign in between. So it will become a1 plus a2 minus I b1 plus b2. Now we can rearrange the terms again to get a1 minus ib1 plus a2 minus ib2. a1 minus ib1 is equal to z1 bar and a2 minus ib2 is equal to z2 bar. So it becomes z1 bar plus z2 bar. So z1 plus z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar. Eighth property, z1 minus z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar minus z2 bar. z1 minus z2 is equal to a1 minus a2 plus I b1 minus b2. So z1 minus z2 whole bar is equal to a1 minus a2 plus I b1 minus b2 whole bar. We will take conjugate of this complex number. So we need to change the sign in between. So it will become a1 minus a2 minus I b1 minus b2. Now we can rearrange the terms to get a1 minus ib1 minus a2 minus ib2. a1 minus ib1 is equal to z1 bar and a2 minus ib2 is equal to z2 bar. So it becomes z1 bar minus z2 bars. So z1 minus z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar minus z2 bar. Ninth property, z1 into z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. Suppose z1 is equal to a1 plus ib1 and z2 is equal to a2 plus ib2. So z1 bar is equal to a1 minus ib1 and z2 bar is equal to a2 minus ib2. z1 z2 whole bar is equal to a1 plus ib1 into a2 plus ib2 whole bar. We can simplify this as a1 a2 minus b1 b2 plus I into a1 b2 plus a2 b1 whole bar. Now we can take conjugate of this complex number and it will be a1 a2 minus b1 b2 minus I into a1 b2 plus a2 b1. We can rewrite this as a1 minus ib1 into a2 minus ib2. a1 minus ib1 is equal to z1 bar and a2 minus ib2 is equal to z2 bar. So this becomes z1 bar into z2 bar. So z1 z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. 10th property, z1 upon z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar upon z2 bar. z1 upon z2 whole bar is equal to a1 plus ib1 upon a2 plus ib2 whole bar. We will multiply both numerator and denominator by conjugate of denominator. Conjugate of denominator is a2 minus ib2. So numerator and denominator both are multiplied by a2 minus ib2. So this can be simplified as a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus I into b1 a2 minus a1 b2 upon a2 square plus b2 square whole bar. Now we will write this complex number in standard form and take the conjugate of it. So it will become a1 a2 plus b1 b2 upon a2 square plus b2 square minus I into b1 a2 minus a1 b2 upon a2 square plus b2 square. This can be rewritten as a1 minus ib1 into a2 plus ib2 upon a2 minus ib2 into a2 plus ib2. a2 plus ib2 in numerator and denominator will get cancelled. And a1 minus ib1 is equal to z1 bar and a2 minus ib2 is z2 bar. So this becomes z1 bar upon z2 bar. So z1 upon z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar upon z2 bar. Now let us see these two questions based on properties of conjugate. First question, express the following complex number in standard form. Also find its conjugate. The given number is root 5 plus 12y plus root 5 minus 12y upon root 5 plus 12y minus root 5 minus 12y. Suppose the given number is equal to z. The standard form of a complex number is a plus ib. First step to solve this is to rationalize the denominator. In our previous classes, we have learned that to rationalize the denominator, we need to multiply both numerator and denominator by conjugate of denominator. So conjugate of denominator will be equal to root 5 plus 12y plus root 5 minus 12y. Now we need to multiply both numerator and denominator by root 5 plus 12y plus root 5 minus 12y. So numerator becomes root 5 plus 12y plus root 5 minus 12y whole square and denominator is in the form a minus b into a plus b and that is a square minus b square. So on simplification it becomes 3 upon 2i. Now we will multiply both numerator and denominator by I. So numerator becomes 3i and denominator becomes 2i square. We know that I square is equal to minus 1. So z is equal to 3i upon minus 2. We can represent it in standard form as z is equal to 0 minus 3 by 2i. Z bar is equal to 0 plus 3 by 2i. We just need to change the sign in between. Second question, if a plus ib upon c plus id is equal to x plus iy, then prove that a minus ib upon c minus id is equal to x minus iy and a square plus b square upon c square plus d square is equal to x square plus y square. Suppose this is equation number 1. Take conjugate of both the sides. So we can write a plus ib upon c plus id whole bar is equal to x plus iy bar. We know that z1 upon z2 bar is equal to z1 bar upon z2 bar. So we can write LHS as a plus ib bar upon c plus id bar is equal to x plus iy bar. Conjugate of a plus ib is equal to a minus ib. Conjugate of c plus id is equal to c minus id. Conjugate of x plus iy is equal to x minus iy. So we have proved first part. Suppose this is equation number 2. Now multiply equation number 1 with equation number 2. So LHS will be multiplied with LHS and RHS with RHS. So it becomes a plus ib into a minus ib upon c plus id into c minus id is equal to x plus iy into x minus iy. So it will be a square minus I square b square upon c square minus I square d square is equal to x square minus I square y square. We know that I square is equal to minus 1. So it becomes a square plus b square upon c square plus d square is equal to x square plus y square, which we had to prove as second part. In next video, we will see modulus and argument. If you have a question, you can ask me on my Discord server. If you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do so.